Hello everyone, this is Rebecca at �々𝘋𝘪𝘴𝘤𝘪 here with a little bit of a hack for those single-sided pages that are thin, about the thickness of copy paper that you wish was double-sided. This is going to be just a little bit of a hack that I saw a lady do a few years ago. So what I have under here is parchment paper, and what I have underneath is 16-inch floor tiles that I actually use when I make my handmade paper, but I find that it works for a really good place to iron if I'm doing some crafts that need ironing. Okay, so I have a piece of cloth, a piece of parchment paper, and a piece of 12 by 12 thin scrapbook paper. The next thing I'm going to have is a piece of just store brand plastic wrap that was very smooth when I first started it out. I would recommend that when you do this you wear short sleeves or a sleeveless, just to keep your sleeves from catching it, because once you got it where you want it, you don't want it to move. Okay, so my plastic wrap is 12 inches wide, so it barely fits, but it fits enough to do what we're going to do. Then you take your top piece and you line it up exactly on top with that plastic sandwich between. You have your iron on as hot as it will go with no water. It has to be a dry iron. Then you put another piece of parchment paper over the top. And I just moved it slightly, so let me put that back where it's supposed to be. Oh, Rebecca. There we go. Okay. So very carefully put your other layer of parchment on there. Now when your hot iron hits the actual plastic underneath here, it's going to make a little bit of a smell, but that's normal. Put your iron in the middle, hold it for just a couple of seconds, and then go toward the top. Come down toward the bottom, go to your corners, and just get everything as a preliminary stick, so you don't want anything not ironed. Then you can come back, put a little pressure down. And the reason that I use these floor tiles is that they are flat, they don't give, because you need a hard surface underneath. And you just hold it for, I don't know, 5-6 seconds along the corners, because that's the place that you tend not to iron as much as the corners. And then you go to each one, then take off your sheet, and you'll see that your parchment, or not your parchment, but your plastic is melted to the side, and sometimes it'll just pull right off. Sometimes you have to cut it, just depends on how hot it got. And if it don't come right off, you can take your crappy scissors, and you can see I should have took more time to get it lined up a little better. This is my 15th one that I've done today, and I kept this one deliberately till after my husband went to bed, so it would be a little quieter in the house to do this video. Okay. So, but I should have taken a little bit more time. Okay, so then turn it over. Put your other piece of parchment back down. Parchment is very important. Nothing really sticks to it, and you can iron almost anything with it. So what I do is I just go over everything again. Let it sit on the corners. Takes just a touch of patience, not much. And then make sure that the edges are good, because the middle will get done no matter what. It's the edges that we want to make sure is done. Okay, let's see what we got. So, here is our paper. Okay, that one I need to do just a little bit more. That one's good. That one's good. So, I'm just going to hit that with the iron. Good deal. Alright, let me show you what else I've done today. So I did this one. There's the back. That one. And the back. And that one. Now these are papers from Hobby Lobby. I visited my daughter in Indiana 2 weeks ago. Drove 10 hours to go see her. And we went to Joann's, and I got a few papers from Joann's. And I think I might have had some others. I'm not really sure where they're from. But anyway, these are all now double-sided papers. They're a little bit thicker and stiffer than your normal cardstock papers, but you can absolutely do crafts with them that would call for a double-sided sheet of paper. And that's just using plain store brand plastic wrap and a little bit of parchment paper. So I've got some project sheets now. And that's it. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that helped somebody who needed a hack and a trick for those single-sided papers that are very thin. Thank you for watching.